which is just as well. I don't like knowing things, but it doesn't make me feel intimidated.
GDPR. I'm only famous in my own household, and I live alone.
You see that?
I come off the future and my husband goes, "Do you know who that player was right now? Why should I use that? Well, there's one this, that, and the other." I'm like, I don't want to know.
No, not quite.
GDPR.
Not that it really matter.
Around 20k.
I know, I just saying to my husband and a friend, I always end up on a feature, and then first level tournament here about 5-6 years ago, I think I was on here all day.
And you guys will have registered today, your stack will be back today. If you don't have five stacks, please make your way to your
I know, and then you go back
we will be starting in just under 1 minute. All players are registered.
it's like that all day. You sat on seats 1 and 2 practically all day.
Some information for players. If the 20,000 starting set running a 1 hour clock all the way through, we'll have a break every 2 levels with an extended break at the end of the 4th level of the day. We are playing 10 levels of the
Oh, I'm kidding. Did that yesterday. Morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to day 1B. If you tuned in yesterday, that was reference to me and Sam talking for 10 minutes with the mic off. We're like, you two talking to yourselves? Yeah, chip leaders at the end of the night. Big thanks to Big Sam Allledge, who came in for. Ended up, we wanted half an hour, ended up as 4. Half a day. Thanks to Big Sam for coming in and chatting with us. He was a top lad, top lad. MB, chip leader Jack, who was on our feature table 2 or 3 times yesterday in different tables. He's got a decent stack. Vadim was also on the table, so too was Rafa Navas, Pete Wiggy, Seb Young.
GDPR.
So some good stacks there. Jack Hardcastle just making it onto the first page, and Jamie Nixon as well. So well done to the Pivas. He was there. Martin Kavanagh, Mike Ellis, and Archie sitting down at the bottom. But they've all made it through. 90 players it ended up with, which was pretty decent when we started. I think we started with about 15, didn't we? Yesterday morning was very quiet, and I know it's still a steady start again, but it will fill up. It's Friday. People coming through all day long. You can reg, as you know, all day long. So we will be chatting Reading. We will be chatting. Quickly show you what is still on for Reading. Just the main event today, Day B and Day C. The turbo starting at 9 o'clock. Mystery Bounty tomorrow that everybody's talking about. That should be busy. And then Sunday, as we're crowning the champion, the seniors, and the turbo is on as well. Mr. J.R. Wood rested up well?
Yeah, I got a bit carried away last night with the boys at the bar.
What happened in the end? What happened? Tell the what happened in the end?
I've lost my phone.
So for a month we couldn't talk to him in Vegas. Couldn't find out if he'd won a bracelet or anything. There were no news. Couldn't do nothing. There was nothing. Come back. He's got again a brand new phone on Monday, so he's got himself an English phone when he gets back. Nice and temporary. Talked to everybody. Left it in the taxi.
Nightmare.
If you want to contact him, just text me.
Yeah. Text Tower if you need to get hold of me. But I'm a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Got a bit carried away at the bar, and we had a good night, a good laugh.
Yeah, nice for the lads to once they got bagged and tagged, and a couple of lads we were chatting to for the first time. It was really nice chat. Sat with George as well. Had a good chat with a lot of people. But good afternoon, everybody. Early stages here in Reading. This is day 1B. As you can see, the overhead camera has changed. It bounced around a little yesterday, didn't it? As Simon kept coming on the stage. Not saying it's big. Not saying it's him. It was everybody. And he bounced. Anyway, perfect now. So we've got the overhead camera. But we are a little bit short stacked. We've got Dennis Odemir in seat number 1. Dean Clay is on his way. So Dean, he went, do you not remember my name's Stack Attack? And he was asking all the questions about the car parking in the chat. I said, well, your name's been Stack Attack for years online, hasn't it? He went, yes. I just forgot. You know, as I do. These things. Rob Allworth is down for seat number 4. Paul Romain and Emma Wolfrey in seat number 9. Neil got himself a seat last night in the cash out starlight because one of the players took somebody out and gave him 150,000, split the chips around the table, and it gave him over 100. And that's how it worked. So he didn't have to play a hand. So he came over to say, oh thanks, I got my seat when we shared your chips, which was great. So yes, it was. He got himself a seat.
We've got Tim Chung coming over in seat 3. Found out about Tim yesterday why he was looking so slumped.
He wasn't drunk.
He was in Croatia. He got a flight back and he comes straight here. So was just a bit tired.
Ben Jones did exactly the same. Well, Jen Bizzle. He came and sat on the feature table. Did he bag up yesterday? I don't think he did he?
No,
Ben Jones, no, he didn't. He comes straight from Heathrow, from Vegas. He literally landed. They said it's a 30-minute Uber to Reading. We might as well go and play at GUKPT. So they did. Yeah.
Why not?
So that was it. That was straight from Vegas, straight up the M4, something like that. And that was it. Morning, Andrew. Andrew Bridger watching on YouTube. Good morning, Gail.
Oh, there, Mum.
Mum's on board. You can't contact him by text message again.
Yeah, I don't even know how I've done it. I just obviously, when you've had a few bevies, just don't realise. I got back to my room. I was like, oh no.
It's never in his pocket. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Never in his pocket. The front pocket's in jeans for a reason. When you want back of your phone, I'm going to put phone in pocket. So, afternoon, Jim.
Check.
Yeah, there's only 3 people. There's 5 registered for the table to start with. A little bit short-handed at this moment in time. Players around the rooms going to separate tables, so people coming in all the time. We will get busier. Tim's just come to join us. Seat 2 and 4 have already got the names down, but they're not turning up for the start. So we should be 6-handed, but at the moment we're only 4. Players will come through in the first level. Paul Romain stuck a little bit of staking on social media, so if you've got a little piece of Paul Romain, he's on the feature to start with.
Oh, then Ricky Kebab's watching from a very grey Newcastle.
Yeah, it's same down here, to be fair. Look, the forecast a bit of rain this afternoon here in Reading.
How's the taxi in today, Tower?
Half price. The guy yesterday just took the proverbial, literally signed his own money and put it in. Today, proper taxi sign on the door. Can I get a lift to the casino? Yeah, no, in you go. Yeah, £5.50 please. Half price. So I'll give him a tenner.
Ooh, 3-bet pot, both players with top pair.
Ooh.
Yeah, Emma opening Ace Jack, Tim choosing 3-bet and King Jack out the small 4x, perfectly fine. We got top pair versus top pair here, so we're going to see some chips go in the middle. Tim continuing for around 80% here, so large size and choice on the flop. And good to see Emma just call here, just want to be flat in with position with our Ace Jack. Like if Tim's got like an Ace King, Ace Queen hand here, only going to be drawing to around 12% equity, so want to keep hands like that in this spot. And Tim choosing just south of half on the turn, 2k into 4.3. Going to have to call once more here as Emma with position. Nicely done. Seven diamonds on the river here.
I think if Jim fires, I think Emma will think about it, but she will call.
See what size.
It's like 4k, isn't it? 4.5. I think she calls.
So half pot choice, just below for Tim. And like to see Emma just call here, like you said, Tara. She does make the call, and Tim shows the king jack, and Emma shows the ace jack. So nice pot for Emma to take early on.
Absolutely. Thought about the 3-bet pre, there were no sevens involved, and that was it. Afternoon, Karen. Booked a hotel for Goliath. How close are you to the casino? Is there still hotels widely available? People ask all the time. So just let us know. Good on you, and we will see you at Goliath. Come and make sure you come and say hello and tell us who you are. If you want to wear a name badge, we don't mind.
That's 500. Fold. That's 1.2.
So Emma choosing to 3-bet here out the big blind. Really small size choice from Emma. Prefer to see closer to the 2k remit here.
That's up.
Well, Tim opened 500, so Tim's actually opened 5x here, so that may have been why she opted for a smaller size in choice. Check on the flop.
Check. Check.
Test spades on the turn. Bet from Emma, quick fold from Tim.
Bet 1,000. Fold.
So early stages, Emma has got a nice stack, short-handed to start with, but people will start coming in. There are 2 players that should be there, but haven't played the first session so far. Ah, the Novotel. That is literally round the back of the arena.
Where's 500?
There's still a few rooms left. Yeah, very surprised. Normally the first one that gets filled up, apart from the arena itself.
Yep.
A raise to 500 from Tim, and Denise happily defending the Queen 10 suited.
That's up. Check.
Tim flopping will draw here, so just going to be check that fold.
If you register online for Goliath with your username, does your real name show up on the screen? Well, yes. Because that'll be your name that's connected to your username. So, yeah, if you register into the holding tank when you come to whatever day one you want at Goliath, it will be your real name on the screen.
Yes.
Imagine that when you're looking up at the seat drawer, all the aliases, the Dinga Donga, Sable 77, seat 5, like.
No, it will be your real name that goes into the seat drawer. Good luck when you. What day are you playing, Simon? What day are you registering for? Don't forget you can only you can only register for one of the day ones. Can you request your name not to be shown? No, not for a seat draw. What we're going to show? Santa Claus.
Imagine that, a non. Just a non.
There'll be 1,000 anons picking a seat. No, not on the seat draw. You have to have your real name. You have to have your real name to get into a casino. You need to show your card to get into a casino. We need to know who you are. No, not initials. It will on the table. You can then sign a GDPR to not be on social media. We don't do anything else with the names anyway. But if you request that, there's not a lot we can do about it. But seating door itself has to be the real name.
Check.
So blind on blind, expect Dennis here
Bet 500.
to be calling once with ace high. Turn the spades on the turn. Just going to be a situation here. As Tim, we're always just going to go bet, bet, bet. Hoping that Dennis has got a piece. 2K on the turn. Job done.
Bet 2,000. Fold.
Karen says, if I cast, I want the world to know. And so you sure it's the biggest event in the country. Like you say, we can't stop GDPR. It's an unfortunate thing for us. We only want to use your name on a live stream or put your name up there, but some people have their own reasons. Especially for a live stream, because it's an integral part of the job. Ricky says he thinks the audio is slightly out of sync on the table. How does that work? I'll have to shout PK for that one.
Fold. Check.
Is that something you can check, Paul?
Check.
He's going to check it.
Heads up.
He's going to check it.
Bet 100. Fold. Check. Check.
Yeah, try on YouTube, Mr. Kebabs. Try on YouTube or on Facebook and see if it's see if that's any different. If it's just Twitch, then obviously it'll be a Twitch issue and not us. Let us know either way. Yeah, unless your family are at the CBS Arena, nobody else will know that you're actually playing. So when you sign into a Grosvenor casino, you have to use your correct name. When you go to sign in, you have to use your correct name for the tournament. But then after that, you can just use your initials, but your name will be on the screen. So if they're actually not in the CBS Arena and playing the same day as you, then nobody from your family will know. That's how GDPR works.
Nice one to open for Dennis here. King 10 suited, four-handed situation. Makes it 200. Tim calls with ace 9 on the button. Paul makes the call. Emma small, and Emma calls for 100 more, getting 7 to 1 on a money.
Here's 3 Jack, 2 diamonds.
12 less. Check. Check. Bet 500.
Heads up.
Yeah, so Dennis just continuing here on the board as the opener, and it's supposed to be better for us. Tim with top pair, not going anywhere. Yeah, I'll check from Dennis, and Tim going to go for value here with the ace 9. Firing 1.5k. So just over 80% sizing choice on the turn, and just going to be a fold now from Deniz. Oh no, Kev. Yeah, looks more awake today. No, I spoke to him. He said he was. He literally got back from Croatia yesterday. Come straight from the airport to Reading, so was a bit tired. That's why he was looking a bit lacklustre yesterday at the table.
Yeah, Stack Attack, Dean Clay. Oh. Paul. LR 1900. Is that the name of a car? YouTube audio is 15 seconds out of sync.
Speaking of cars, you seen
Have you
the
seen the McLaren
Yeah,
F1 in the car
yeah.
park? Who's that one?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god! There's a McLaren F1 in the car park with a number plate NOEL 3X. Whose is that?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for someone to get on the feature called Noel, who's opening 3X every hour. That's what we're looking for today.
That's the only way we'll find out. So Stack Attack comes to the feature.
No, I'm successful because GDPR and obviously. So yeah, I've just changed numbers around so I can see them too on there.
Noel from Hearsay. They were great for like 6 months.
And C2, but yeah.
They actually did a rendition, Hearsay. I don't know if you even remember Hearsay. They were like the first X Factor winners, or Pop Factor ×3 or whatever it was called.
Pop Idol.
Pop Idol. I think we were Pop Idol back in the day. I think you're right. They actually did a really good rendition of Bridge Over Troubled Water. I thought it was really good. I don't think Noel Edmonds is in the building.
7, GDPR please bud, name, signature, agree or disagree.
No, it won't. No, has he got a McLaren? Kasuf, has he?
John Kelly and yes.
Looks like John Kelly. Either that or his younger, slimmer brother. He's lost some pounds.
He has, old Johnny Kelly. He has.
Looking very...
Yeah, we're in Vegas for a month, so when you go over there, you can't afford to eat. He has lost some poundage, hasn't he?
Literally just glanced here, man.
Yeah.
The first time I went for 2.5 weeks, and the following year I went for 3.5 weeks, and by the third week,
Very nice.
When you break a few tournaments, then you think.
Buying for this one is £1,000, 900 plus 100.
Yeah, he has slimmed down a lot, Johnny Kelly. Good lad. Looking good. He still looks like Bernard Cribbins to me, but they're the older viewers. Afternoon, Jason. Not offensive user. What's the buying? It's £1,000. 900 plus 100. Tim's just explaining his trip over to England. It seems like boats and ferries and planes and walking and all sorts going on.
Flight back to Gatwick.
How are you doing, Mick?
Just looking at the time, it was rush hour, so I was like, going home takes 3 hours. Here's 2 hours. So
Kev says 9-1 Forest, finished top half. Great bet.
9-1.
Well, they have just signed the most expensive average striker in the world.
200 bag a week.
200 grand a week. The agent wants a pat on the back.
To be fair, I didn't feel as tired as I should be given like what I was saying. Normally I wasn't feeling it. You were close to it.
Well, unlucky Frankie Thomas yesterday. Yeah, well, I might get closer to the actual real answer. I went bonkers yesterday. I had a brain freeze. There will be £110 closer token available after the dinner break, around about the same time as we did it yesterday. 6 o'clock.
Cool. Yeah, right in the middle.
So nearly a full ring. Joining level number 1. Always happens. Well, a flop. Queen 6-4, 2 spades. The Mickey Black's in the middle. Top for Dean Clay.
Yeah, so gonna lose some chips this hand, Dean, unless he finds some running spades.
Yeah. Dean does call.
They just check calling here, like we can just have lots of hands at 10 opens, drawing very thin here, so as I always say, keep them bluffs in there, hands like Jack 10, 9, 10 suited, drawing super slim versus our top pair, top kick up. But unfortunately for us as Dean, Tim has got the good set.
The pot's not 900, the bet was missed on the flop. Don't know what he bet, to be fair. It was about 1500.
Dean's best hope here is a 7-8, 3 or deuce, potentially kill some action. It's the Jack of spades. Tim, clear value bet still here. The flush has completed here, but we still want to target the Queen X in there. Dean defending out the big blind as well can definitely still have some 2 pair combinations potentially. Yeah, a bit unfortunate with that for Dean. Just a bit of a cold deck.
Yep. Pot slightly bigger than what it was. Missed a bet on the flop, but nothing major. Afternoon, Chin. Good luck to Johnny Kelly. Slimline JK, you're not wrong. Afternoon, Gary. Still in Plymouth. This is like the longest he's been in a town, isn't it? Selling his flip flops.
How are we doing? 7 bags. Good
Oi,
afternoon.
Mr. Fuller, how are you in yourself, young man? Hope you're good. Brother for another mother. That's what they used to say about me and you when we stood at the side of each other. Both good looking, silver fox guys. Hope you're alright, Daz. Always good to see you in the card room, wherever you are. I'm sure we'll see you at Goliath.
I woke up a bit earlier and I thought, there's no point going back to bed now if I'm picking them up. So I thought, okay, get up, knackered, and then okay, I'll get my car washed. First place I went
Chef Brad's got a Friday off.
to,
How's he managed to get Friday off? Afternoon, Bradders.
How you doing, Brad?
I was like, just outside. I was like, how much do you want to pay? I then gave me a second option. It was like 20 quid. 200. I was like, how much do you want to pay? I was like, no more than 10. Like normally I get my car washed.
He's busy tomorrow.
Like,
He's always going to be busy.
maybe just outside. Like, yeah, in and out maybe 10 quid.
Always going to be busy. Just hope it doesn't rain with all these barbecues you do.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Like,
Coining it in that, Chef Brad, you know.
anything more than that. Like,
Charging a fortune.
Probably like a tenner for one pastry.
Like round here, getting a cab. Oh, heck. Hope you have a good weekend, Brad. Feed them well.
so I went to the second place and then it just looked like one person working. I was like, oh, what business here? Forget it. And then
I still think you should bring us in a pie
went to pick them up and then
with Goliath.
couldn't find where I was. I was like, I swear I was.
Skin tower. Brad, your skin is most people's rolling in it.
I had a pork pie the other day. What did you do? It had black pudding on top. Really tasty. Pork pie with black pudding. Well, that was I enjoyed that. That was nice.
Doesn't sound too appetising.
It's alright for us northerners.
Yeah, I
We like a bit of black pudding.
don't eat black pudding.
Fold. Check. Check. That's it. Check. Bet 200. Fold.
You win in Vegas, Johnny, excluding your other endeavours.
My whole throat baby.
You personally.
No,
Huh?
Yeah, good that people are busy. Nice one, Brad. Good stuff. Keep it going. Don't forget the team when it comes to Goliath, that's all we say. Plenty going on. Regarding Reading, we'll show you what's happening in Reading, show you what's happening at Goliath. That's the next event for us. Woo-hoo! It's on its way.
Didn't play very good, but I mean, I don't know. I felt like I didn't play good, but then.
Day one's kind of decided though, isn't it? Really have to know.
Yeah.
I got through it late, 2 days.
Yeah, like there was a word on my left. Just won every part. One of those.
Yes.
Did I play bad? Did I
Nothing
not?
you can do.
It's hard to really tell. Like, at first I thought I played pretty well, but that's just because I was like,
Off to the pub at 1 o'clock. You'll tune in when the karaoke comes on. That won't be till 9 o'clock, will it? 8 hours in the pub before karaoke comes on.
always holding first.
I think deviating is smart, man. So let's do it, I get that.
Nice one, Gully. Enjoy your afternoon. And tune in whenever you can. You usually do.
Bet 200.
Donuts, Kev. Never go wrong with donuts. There a Goliath.
Yes. I like them fizzy sours. You know what it's like.
Fizzy sours?
Oh, the jellies. Oh, yes. 3 PM in Keighley. Karaoke at 3 PM. Get in. Boothy's on his way. He loves a good karaoke. Oh, yes.
I'm not the biggest fan of karaoke, to be
No,
fair.
we noticed that first time you ever did it. My God. Couldn't get the mic off him.
You know, that night out was about 4.5 years ago, Tower.
Is that what it is?
Crazy.
Wow. Is that all? There's nothing wrong with a good karaoke, that is for sure. Keighley, 3 o'clock. I think that's the first karaoke I know that runs in an afternoon. Not been to Keighley for a long time, to be fair.
Where is Keighley, Tower?
West Yorkshire. I'm going to say in between like Bradford and Leeds-ish. We are looking on the map. It's around there. It's on the A650, I do believe. How many numbers today? So far today, as players come through the door, and we have a table of 8, we have 66 playing so far.
That will double plus
Yes,
more
yeah.
as the day goes on.
Definitely doubling that today. Turbo on tonight. That's the idea of karaoke. You don't have to be brilliant. It's not a singing contest. But always choose a song that people know. Like, never choose a song that people don't know, 'cause that's pointless. Get one that you can all join in the chorus so that everybody can help you out. That's the best way.
Do you want to know who's pretty good at karaoke? I've seen him do it a couple of times.
Who's that?
Crashy dealing right now.
Is it really?
We went to a karaoke bar in Manchester
Yeah.
just before lockdown. We went out on a night out on the Sunday after
Yeah.
we finished GUKPT.
Yeah, yeah.
A few of us, few dealers, went into this karaoke bar. Crashy got on the karaoke, started doing this rapping song. And he was actually pretty good. I was well surprised. But he's not bad on the old karaoke.
Not easy to do rapping songs, is it?
Jay, what's the worst treat someone can have? Name dropping. Joe told me that? No. Happy Gandhi.
Oh.
Mahatma Gandhi's a step up from Barack Obama, isn't it?
Brilliant. Well, there's rooms at the Novotel if you want to check, Brad, because Karen's just booked for the Novotel. She's playing the ladies' event, and on the Sunday, if you don't get through, she's playing the seniors. You're never old enough. It's not over 40s, you know. So the Novotel round the corner still has rooms, because Karen has literally just booked. I think deals will always come out because people will either drop out or move hotels or not come when they want to. That's what cancellations are for. But the Novotel has rooms available. There you go. Karen says there's 12 rooms left. So quick, get yourself in. Pre-book a room. Do what a poker player doesn't normally do and think in advance. Oh, I've made day 2, I might book a room. Time is it? 2 in the morning.
Tim done last night. He was like, booked a room last minute last night, 170 quid.
Who was that?
Tim last night.
Oh, dear me.
Tim been opening 4x at these early levels. Maybe trying to bloat the pots a little bit more when going post. It seems like size he's opting for first level of the day. As the levels go on, that won't be the case, but I'm sure he has the reasons for opening that particular size.
No way. Some reason. Didn't seem to, but don't do what they did in the World Series and have 2 3 of spades in. And not be able to post about
Oh no,
it.
that's funny.
You're going to get barred if you post about it. We did something wrong, you'll get done for it. Lenny,
Now then, Rich.
are you coming down on the Wednesday to watch the PNE and then play Goliath on the Thursday? Is the second week the 29th of August? No, the second week is the 3rd and 4th of September.
Yeah, we'll throw the schedule up for you after this hand.
Yeah.
Brad.
If you win it, you'll be holding the trophy up on the 4th of September. But we all know you'll be back home doing barbecues on the Saturday. Because you... so Lenny's booked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. I like it. I like it. I think there'll be a decent crowd at on a Wednesday night. I think there'll be players that just want to just get in and buy a ticket. It might be a full capacity on the Wednesday night.
He's got action here. Up and down for Tim, top pair for Vikesh, and Deniz with set. So like the decision to check this twice. Deniz going for the check raise now. Once this jack rolls off, definitely try and get some value from some jack X type holding. So should be raising this up here now, Deniz, and get the bet and lead ourselves for river. Yeah, Eggman, yeah, it was alright. It's just comes with an apple as well. Yeah, it comes with an apple. So there's a race, makes it 2.8. Tim Corn moves up and down, and Vikesh makes a good laydown. It's understanding not going to be good enough for the time, overcalling this spot.
8 hearts on the river.
Yeah, now it's just bet fold.
Indeed it. Tim whiffs. Wow, historically, which is the busiest or the quietest day ones?
Always the Friday is always the busy day, although this year, we'll chuck it up now, we do have the turbo flights on the Friday, so probably Thursday in terms of original day ones, probably going to be the busiest for Flight F. Quietest day, probably the Monday, the 29th, is probably going to be the quietest day. So
did we get over 1,000 runners every day last year? Or 2019?
I can't remember that far back, Tower.
What was the quietest day?
Quietest day was 1B with 1,000, oh sorry, 1D.
Day 1D
1,080.
with 1,080 runners.
Quietest.
That's the quietest day. Quietest day 2019, the last live Goliath, 1,080 runners, the quietest day. Okay. And Friday, the final buying day, was always the busiest with over 1,500 runners. The hall's been increased slightly this year as well with the number of tables, and obviously on the Friday there's 2 turbo flights, so during the day you could have over 2,500 runners during the day.
How are we doing, Luke Evans, watching on YouTube?
Good afternoon, Luke. Good afternoon, Morris.
Got 2 giveaways today as well, guys. 2?
You like giving other people's money away, you know.
Love it, Tower. Probably do the first one after the dinner break, and then last one we would do penultimate or last session of the day. Second session of the day today, we've got a little guest coming in, do an hour each with me in the Tower.
Awesome.
Jamie Nixon bagged up yesterday.
He did.
So wants to come in.
Is
do
this
a couple
the
of
turn,
hours.
the turning of the tide of the bad run?
Bad run, hasn't he had like 3 second place finishes in high rollers in the
Oh,
last
he's done
couple
that
of
in
months?
Vegas.
Oh, he's done that in Vegas.
He's done that in Vegas under rent money. He didn't have the best Vegas.
It's crazy the amount of players that I know that I rate as good poker players that have done it in Vegas is
But just
is
bricks
crazy.
a lot,
Yeah,
bricks
just-
everything. Just shows you it's not easy, doesn't it? Just shows you it's not a given to cash. There's Jack 8. Yeah, it ain't easy.
Just continue from John. Pot going his way.
The Hut says he's one of the giveaways, Jay's next phone. That's on Monday. Are you going shopping especially on Monday, are you? Is that the... is that
Well, obviously, I had the phone I bought in America. I'm just waiting for my new SIM card to get sent to me. That's all it is, and then I was going to put it on my right phone. But if I don't find this phone that I lost last night, I'm going to have to obviously buy another phone. 3 phones in a month.
To be fair, I'm thinking of opening a phone shop. I'll give you my number. But then you'd lose it.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I still might. I've got a I'll call the cab.
Somebody might have handed it in and been a nice civilian. Good Samaritans. You do find them.
You hear about Manuel Neuer? What happened?
Who?
Manuel Neuer, the
No.
Bayern Munich keeper.
All right.
He left his wallet in a taxi, and the driver drove like 100 kilometres or something to go and give it back to him. And then the driver was complaining because all he got from Manuel Neuer was a jersey, a Bayern Munich jersey. That's all he gave him. He was moaning, the bloke.
Okay.
It's just,
They wanted the money instead.
yeah.
These cards the same cards? These cards the same cards?
Changed the deck a couple hands.
No, I don't mean like for today. I just mean in general.
Yeah, for the other streams. Yeah.
Nice one to open for Paul. 10-9 suited.
A bit softer.
Probably
I asked
won't.
the same question yesterday. I asked if it was a new deck and the answer was no.
They feel
They
softer.
don't call him the Rock for nothing.
Normally they're a bit harder.
Yeah, you can call it a deal breaker.
Spot on, Tower. 7-handed there. Just going to be more than happy to open the 10-9. Spades.
If you must, then.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
That's
4, 5, 6 flop. Top pair with a redrawn. There it is. 2 of diamonds on the turn. Vikesh
700, Johnny. See what you
and lose to a chop. Don't lose.
Good fold from John. Goodies on the Monday and Triggs pie and mash. Pie and mash?
Pie and mash.
I love a bit of pie and mash, Brad.
Bad today, running bad.
You're making some of that.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's all I ate at the Goliath. Just go to the pie and mash stall.
You're a chef, Brad. Does a pie have to have a bottom
I had 20 just now before I lost it.
What do you mean
for it
have
to
a
be
bottom?
called a pie?
What do you mean have a bottom?
Crust on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Does it have to have a bottom to be called a genuine pie? Or is it... I know obviously you've got shepherd's pie with mashed potatoes on top, and you've also got pies with puff pastry on the top that's classed as a pie. But does a pie have to have a bottom? There you go. Yes, bottom needed. I'm with you on that one, I must admit. Oh yeah, we were talking about pie mash and liquor. Because obviously we're northern.
I like. What do you mean with liquor?
Yeah, no idea what it is.
Is that like steak and ale pie? Something like that?
No, liquor's like, is it not like eel juice or
I
something?
don't know.
Something weird.
Yes, please, Brad. I would actually love some. I would love some.
There you go, Ricky Kebabs, exactly. Bottomless pie is a fraud of a pie. It's lazy.
I once baked a pie and took it to Shrewsbury, Leicester and Reading. Tower's reading.
Oh, sorry, I was just reading the bottom one, that's all. Yeah.
Gone now. I had a bad joke.
Oh,
but
was
it's
it a
gone
joke?
now.
Was
It's
it? I
gone
missed
now.
it,
It's
sorry.
gone now.
Oh.
No punchline.
Do they have all sorts of stakes in the GUKPT tour? Yeah, we'll show you the rest of the festival for Reading. The master. We will show you the rest of the festival. That's here. Side event Saturday and Sunday. Main event is £1,000. Some main events are £12.50. Some are £7.50.
And I'm still jet lagged. Still jet lagged, Johnny.
I think I've nearly got over it now.
105. So the Reading's rest of the festival down. We're all down on Friday. Main event today. It's day B and then the turbo tonight. But you can see there the Mystery Bounty side event is £440. And then if you're old enough, over 50s, play the seniors at £150. But the turbo is open to everybody, and that's £200. So if you want to play, There's plenty of different values. Talking of different values, the Goliath has got plenty of tournaments on it. There's a £1,000, there's £110. Women's, the Red Tooth Bounty that's open to all, that's 61. £150 flight. That's the main event. So the Goliath's main event is 150. So it's there's plenty of the different values on GUKPT circuits. The side events are always a lot smaller than the main events. Joker's Wild is 100. And Joker's Wild is actually open in the lobby of the online client GUKP Grosvenor Poker. The Joker's Wild, if you want to book in for that, it's £100 in. Secure your seat for Goliath for the best tour, best event on the tour, the Joker's Wild. Wednesday, £100 in. It's open in the client now on Grosvenor Poker. Yeah, we go all the way around. Whenever you go, wherever we go, there you can see where the different events are. We're the ones in grey. That's where we do the live streaming. So Goliath, Leeds, Luton, Blackpool and London again, they're the grey ones. But there's also events, as you can see, in London, Walsall, Manchester, Newcastle, Luton, Glasgow, Leicester, Didsbury, there's all kinds of events there.
3-week festival for the grand final.
Yes,
wow.
We're definitely streaming 2 weekends, it could be 3. We will let you know when the schedule is signed off. So we'll probably let you know by Luton that the grand final will get signed off. But, so we're doing 2, maybe 3. It was 125 pre-COVID. First time they ran it was 110 in 2011. 125 in 2019, and the buying's gone up and reduced slightly. So it's 150 now for Goliath. It'll take over £1 million. It'll be over £100,000 to the winner for your 150 quid, making it very profitable if you manage to take home the trophy. Do you know what we need?
Cup of tea.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why did you look at me then?
Because you was the one that said, do you know what we need? If I said, do you know what you need, I would have gone and got it. Cheers, Tower.
Is it open for anybody? It opens to absolutely anybody. If you're a Martian, you can come down if you want to. You just need ID. Yep, open to absolutely everybody because it's a live tournament. And we'll never stop you playing. You just need to be a member of a Grosvenor casino in the United Kingdom to get yourself in at Goliath. 18 or over, as Apocalypse says.
How many dealers will we need for Goliath? God, what do you reckon? 200?
250?
250?
I think we're about 250. I know there's a link online to become a dealer, but they have covered a lot. I think 90. I'll ask Mike, but I'm pretty sure 99%'s already signed off and ready. But they'll never turn anybody down if they're good enough at the job for working. Great opportunity.
I mean, but the thing is, as you put that in like a laptop, someone's just going to throw it away, you know what I mean? Like, that's not, there's no point having like an air tag for like stuff like that. Cause, yeah, like in a luggage suitcase, it makes a bit more sense. Everything else is like,
On the button for Emma.
else just sees it, throwing it away.
Want to be opening this one once folded to us, and she does. Raises to 300. Dennis calling in the small. Big blind out the way. Ace 5, rainbow. So, I was about to say, we're going to see bet a lot of the time from Emma on this particular board, but we're faced with the donk lead here. Oh, I love this from Emma. She's just putting out the float here, understanding that this is meant to be our board as the opener, and does actually snag the 9 on the turn. But I would have liked to see a brick on the turn there, see if Emma was floating to take this away. from Deniz on the turn. And now fires onto check 2 for 600, and Deniz just going to have to fold here with his wheel draw, but love the float from Emma facing the donk lead on the flop. Deniz is never going to donk an ace here. We make that assumption. We can just float and take it away from him on the later street. On this occasion, actually catching a 9, making 2 pair, and value bet in turn. Just a quick fold from Deniz.
No shaver, no toothbrush, no clothes, literally super overpacked. Literally wore a third of the clothes.
Hold it the best hand.
I hit the 9.
Hit the 9.
I took 2 days off and I went to Croatia.
I had better than 9.
And yeah, that was
Much better
really
than
nice. It was like really beautiful. Really, yeah, awesome.
Only cut I didn't see days.
Sorry? Where did you go? Went to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then I went to Corchula. Like an island 2 hours ferry away. That's really, really nice as well. Everyone's super friendly there. Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I bet.
Owen Morris, Coventry, great venue for the Goliath, but ever been regularly sort of moving the venue? No, I don't think so. I think it's a perfect venue really. The room that we use for the Goliath can account for all them tables, massive room, so I think where it actually is situated is a really nice venue, and all the parking is especially as well, massive car park, so everyone can get parked. And the thing is, like, even if you are from, like, say, Scotland and travelling down, it's obviously a bit of hassle. If you are staying for like a week, just get a hotel, like a little mini holiday really. But I don't think we're ever going to see the venue of the Goliath changed, not for the next few years at least. Over to Jamie on Facebook, rooting for Johnny Kelly as he just gets involved in a hand. Pocket 9s +1, raises to 300. Paul, a couple of 3s.
Super humid as well.
Yeah, that's even worse. Yeah, I hate that.
Sweat so much.
Range 300.
Where do you usually go?
I usually go Hong Kong first.
Yeah, a lot of dead money in here. So Shun could have potentially squeezed this spot on the button. I think I'm going to be veering more towards squeeze than flat, but Shun happy to just call for 3 bigs and see a flop. Brings in small and big of Tim and Callum, and another set for Tim. 3rd set today. A set of 4s, set of 6s, and now 3 ducks on the A7 deuce 2 club board, and he's going to get some action because we got Shun here with top pair, decent kicker. We expect this one to check all the way round to Shun. I don't think anyone's going to be betting into a field of 6 players here, so should be checking to Shun, and Shun should be betting most of the time, but somehow finds a check here on the A7 deuce board. Really surprised to see that from Shun. Definitely a spot that I think we need to be betting here with our ace queen.
Alright, no, I haven't tried that.
Yeah.
So Shun makes the call, and now Tim, clear raise spot here with our deuces. Love the decision to check this one twice. Going for the check raise. Probably somewhere around the 3.5k mark. Thank you, Tower. Oh, that's piping hot.
And it's full.
It's full. What'd you do with the cup though?
I sat on it.
You see, it looks like it. Look at this. What's he done to this?
Sat on it.
So there's the raise from Tim. Does make it 3k. Johnny Kelly now with an easy fold, and action back on Shun here, who is drawing dead. But the thing is, out the small here, value wise for Tim, it's only going to be deuces, 7s, and then ace deuce suited, ace 7 suited. That's about it. And with the ace of hearts, some removal to some of those combinations. 3 diamonds on the end. Now going to be in a bit of a spot here. Shun one faced with a bet from Tim. Wow, Tim checks. Surprised to see that, Tower. Really surprised, especially with Tim's stack size behind. maybe thought that Shun was more weighted towards like clubs or 8-9 suited, something like that perhaps, and try to induce a bluff.
Did you answer Daz? Any news on the parking for Wednesday the 31st? Yes, there's news. Shall I tell you? Oh, go on then, I'll tell you. It's free parking. Every day at Goliath, you need to input your registration inside the casino. So you need to get into the casino to get free parking. Wednesday night is obviously football night. There won't be that many away fans because it's only Preston North End. But if the car park is full, there's an overspill car park, and that also is free. It's free parking every day at Goliath. You need to just type in your registration. So just make sure that you get your registration done. But yes, it is free and complimentary.
Yeah, going back to the venue, Jim said, yeah, tough to find a more central venue in the UK really for the Goliath.
And something big enough that's connected to a Grosvenor casino.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't run a Grosvenor event that's not got a Grosvenor casino with it. So it's absolutely perfect. And we've signed a 3-year deal. Done. Signed, sealed, delivered. I am yours. 3 years signed for Goliath. 22, 23 and 24.
Have you not heard his English?
I mean, he lives in England. Not really.
Chris, there isn't. That was something I was going to ask Jim. Why there's no side event on the Saturday for people getting eliminated out of the Goliath. That's something I would add in, to be fair. But I don't know what the reasoning is for it. There is a Red Tooth event, but that's for Red Tooth poker players only. I think that's their grand final or something. So I don't know if Jim's about or he's watching, or I don't know what the reasoning is. We'll stick it like that. I know there's going to be 1,000, we reckon about 1,300 runners for day 2, which is obviously a full room. But by the time they get into the money, to me, yeah, they could run a side event at say 4 o'clock. But whatever the reasoning is, Jim will tell us.
No, no one really speaks English. It's pretty hard to get around. But like, you're not there for that 500, and like, you know, you can get by. You know, it's not the world. I didn't have to, but I got by. Looks like they got all sorts of stuff there. They got everything. Yeah.
Stick a turbo in. That's what they could do for a Saturday.
Everywhere. Yeah.
I don't know the reason. I didn't know. Emma's not budged since she got 30 pretty early.
I've only ever been to Thailand, so I ain't got really anything to compare it to. Thailand's nice. Got a lot of hand games up there as well.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the games.
Okay guys, do you level? Small blind 100, big blind 100, big blind fancy 100. And do you have any do? Hello guys.
Thank you.
Tower, you like your football knowledge. Do you read many football books?
No. I don't do, unfortunately, I don't do much reading. Period.
Talk about audio books now anyway. It's
Well, that, maybe that could be something. I wouldn't mind listening to that on the train or something like that. What is the football book you're thinking, Apocalypse?
the old man. He's got hundreds of like collection of Rothmans, I think they're called, from like the 70s all the way through to like 2000, like each year.
Yeah.
You look like someone who knows the kung fu martial arts, you know, like, fuck, you know, you scare me, man. Eh? This guy, but he's got the look, you know what I mean? Like this, you know, like, I don't know if he got, you know, the art, but he's got the look. That Bruce Lee look, you know?
I don't cross a market
Welcome aboard, Amit. Welcome aboard. Why is John Virgo talking about poker? Oh dear. Yeah, it's not about every single. We don't. When the seating draw starts at the beginning of the day, it's a random draw. It's not a hand-picked table. It's not like the World Series or the AP or the EPT. Yeah, you did. I get John Virgo a lot, to be fair. This is good. But yeah, what we do with the tables, the first table is always a random draw, and if you watch the GUKPT on a regular basis, you'll know Johnny Kelly and Paul Remain, Tim Chung, but we do pick tables every session to get different players on the table.
Nut flush on the river for John here. After check, flop, and then check call in turn of his nut flush draw. Now choosing to lead here, don't mind this from John. Maybe it's a river that Callum's probably going to check back fairly high frequency here, like his 8x, his 6x are all going to probably check on this deuce of hearts. We're going to get paid from the 5 anyway, so don't mind this lead here from John at all for just over half pot. Sorry, just under half pot. 15 into 3.2. And now Callum here.
Does it pay tough?
It's a tough one. I guess we do beat some 7x. Hand like King 7, A7 suited, something that John could plausibly pill in the small blind. 10-7 suited. They're probably the bluffs that we beat here, and is going to flick in the call. How are we doing, Luke? Luke Sampson in the chat on YouTube.
Good afternoon, Luke. Come to join us for day 1B. So the book's about Cruyff. Johan Cruyff came up with the title, More Than a Coach. Cruyff. He was considered the best in the world in the 70s, wasn't he?
Florian's not bad at pool, you know. Sorry? Florian. What about him? We play pool.
Good luck with the book.
Is he?
Apocalypse. I like it. Right, the book like Johan Cruyff.
Right, blinds are up, guys. Second level of the day. Ante coming into play for the first time.
Stephen Holmes, come on, Callum, you got this.
No? What are the 3 things? 2 things.
It's because he's got nothing on the cards, that's why he's holding every hand. You need to get him in your days.
So pocket sixes for Tim and the hijack. Continues with the 4x opening size early stages. And Paul going to call the 10-9 in the small when your small blind is the same size as the big. 10-9 off the pill here, and the small is going to be fine, and small and big are the same. And we're coming along in the big blind. 3-way, ace queen 3 rainbow. So Tim 6 is still out in front here, and it's a board in terms of range that Tim's going to have plenty of bets on. But check in on this occasion. 10 of hearts on the turn, so it does put Paul into the lead here. After check to him twice, is going to take the initiative with the delayed c-bet here, Tim. Over betting 2.5 into 1.3, so just under 2x pot from Tim. Guess he's making the assumption here, once checked to twice, Emma and Paul never going to have better than a 1 pair holding. Always going to be 1 pair at best, and this size really attacks that part of their range.
Hoping to get on the feature table for Goliath. Is it a randomly chosen table? Always to start with yes first.
Jay, you sound ill, mate, or do you have too many beers yesterday? The latter. The latter. I had too many. My phone disappeared. That's how many I had.
Again.
Again.
Again. Nah, to be fair, the first one in Vegas, there wasn't nothing to do with drink. Yeah, the first feature table for Goliath is normally random. It has to be a random seed draw when the first seed draw is chosen. and then what will happen is tables that are pretty accessible to the feature table and the surrounding tables, hopefully with a couple of names on it that we know, celebrities might be on there as well. They will get chosen for Goliath, but always a random draw to start with on all the day ones and day two. Queen for Paul. Dennis calls the 200 with Queen Jack. Off to the flop.
The bag got still closed. Some biscuits.
He can't text, he's lost his phone again. Jack 2-6 flop.
No, it has 21 days, not that long.
Check call from Dennis. 80 diamonds on the turn. Check, check.
You play like poker for a living? I don't know.
The things they can put together these days.
Yes.
Nice one, Jay, well done. All PKs all
Done that all without a phone as well, Tara.
Mate, yeah, of course, Tim got randomly selected. Whatever table he was on was the table that was on feature. Somebody has to get randomly picked, and then after that we'll choose a table that we think will have some action on it. But yeah, the first table's always random. Yeah, there was only 45 to start the day here in Reading.
Up to 70 odd now though.
Yeah, it's creeping up now. As always, late reg open all day long, as they know. The numbers, as Jay said, over 70. Try 91.
91?
Yeah. We're up to 91.
So already surpassed yesterday.
Yeah. We're going to get busier. Turbo's on at 9 PM as well.
And they have a cash race. So I was like, why would you play anywhere else?
And Jim says it's still in that video of the eye roller room at Goliath. Do we know anything about it?
The Goliath video that you just put up. The new high roller room.
I've not seen Mr. Malou, former champion here in Reading, and I've not seen the Mad Turk either. And at the moment, Luke, there's no space opened up in the NFL league. If there is, I will send you a message. Yeah, we'll play that that new video just been sent down. The high roller part of it, I think, because Goliath main event is £150. The class in the 1K GUKPT as a high roller, and I think marketing have decided that the high roller part, because it's only a £150 main event, the class in the GUKPT as a high roller. There won't be anything bigger than a high roller than a GUKPT main event at Goliath, and I think marketing have just decided to call it the high roller or the high stakes room. But that's where the if we actually look at the Goliath up top £1,000 main event, they're sticking that in there. There is a high roller of £1,650 on the Sunday. So that's where the class. That's where they're putting that. So the high roller, the high stakes, that's going in there. So it's not. I don't think they're going to be having high stakes slot machines and high stakes roulette and anything else in there. It's just
bag bet on the roulette stuff like that.
It's just where they're going to be holding the high roller of £1,650 and the 1K GUKPT, because obviously the main event for Goliath is only £150. So that's the explanation for the high stakes part of it, but not a high stakes room, or because all the cash will be in the card room itself in the casino. Did you see the little stat about whoever signed for PSG the year before a World Cup, the biggest player? The country went on to win the World Cup, and last year they signed Messi. So 2022 they reckon Argentina's going to win the World Cup. I think Neymar, and then Spain won it in 2018. In 2014 it was somebody else and the country won it.
What's that?
Whoever signed for PSG the year before a World Cup, wins the World Cup.
Yeah.
So like Messi signed for PSG last year.
Yeah.
So this year Argentina's going to win the World Cup.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. And it's
Mbappe went. France won it in.
2014.
2018 was France.
Then 2014 it was Spain when Neymar signed and things like that. So it's obviously going to be Argentina. So we might as well not all turn up.
Spain in 2014? I thought it was Germany. Yeah, it was Germany in 2014.
In Germany?
No, it was extra time winner. Took it on his chest and volleyed it in. Spain was 2010, Italy 2006, Brazil 2002. That's all I know.
Is that your
That's my age. France 98. France 98. 94. Who was 94? That was Baggio year, wasn't it?
That was the year England failed to qualify for America. That's all I remember. Was it penalties?
Baggio missed the penalty, I believe. I think it was against Brazil, but
he skied it over the bar. Yes. So that's it. Whatever price Argentina are, take it. I reckon they'll be one of the favourites, obviously. At least 6s and 8s. So did Diana Ross. That was brilliant. Good shout.
give her the biggest goal ever, like her.
She was at Glastonbury this year. And Lytham. The Lytham Festival as well. Diana Ross, still doing it. On the main stage in Glasgow. She's 78 years old.
Here's a World Cup trivia question for you, Tower.
Go on then.
In 2002, it was held Japan, South Korea. Who was the two teams in the third place playoff in 2002? You'd never get it. You'd never get it if you don't know.
North Korea.
not
No.
North Korea. You got half the word right.
South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea.
South Korea, one of them. South Korea played Uruguay.
Nope.
South Korea in 2002 played. I'm not googling, by the way. I'm not googling at all. South Korea and
Klopp says Clue Xmas.
Lapland.
I want someone in the chat to get it. Put a tower
South
out of his
Korea
misery.
played.
It's like two teams you'd never expect to get to the semi-final. South Korea won. The other one was Turkey.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Turkey. Christmas. Turkey. Wow! South Korea and Turkey in the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Wow! Wowzers! What happened to that World Cup?
The funniest thing about that World Cup, it's really weird, it's the one World Cup, I was only 8 years old, but I remember it like anything. I remember watching it, because it was getting up at 7 a.m. in the morning, because where it was to watch the games, you used to go into primary school and watch it. And I remember the first game I watched was France versus Senegal, and Senegal won 1-0 against France at the start of the World Cup, when they were defending champions.
Is that when they finished bottom of the group?
Yes, yep.
Lots of dodgy decisions. The biggest dodgy decision about the World Cup is taking it to Qatar.
Yep.
That's the dodgiest decision in football.
So we're going to chop this one up. Emma and Kev both with their ace playing. Because that was the World Cup, Ronaldinho's free kick versus Seaman.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what little TV table, but else was negative. Last time I was on TV table.
Ace 10, I have ace 10. 10? Yeah, exactly, ace 10.
So blind 1-1-1. Second level of the day, up to 91 runners in the main event. Heading towards the first break in play. 2:30 is the first break. Find out how long the breaks are, and we'll work accordingly.
So ace jack to Paul makes it 400, and Emma with the ladies should be free betting here. It does make it 1k.
Emma 3 betting. All calls. And the ace jack suited. Johnny Kelly gets out of the way. Two, three, four, two spades. And we should continue, which she does.
No, no, why? What are you going to say? Well, not the old real. What happened to
Paul releases the ace jack. So the break's 15 minutes and the dinner's an hour. Confirmed by the floor.
Here's one for Jay, all World Cup runners up by a year. God.
And he's put the winners in.
Right, so last one, France were against Croatia. So Croatia in 2018, 2014 was Germany, Argentina. So Argentina 2014, 2010 Spain, Holland. Holland was 2010.
Oh, they got thumped.
2006, Zidane headbutt. So France was 2006. 2002, who did Brazil play in the final?
Italy penalties.
There you go. There you go. Towers answered the 2002 one for me.
Was it? Germany. Oh, 94 was the Italy penalties. Germany.
Yeah, like I said, I can't go back further than 2002.
98.
98, France won it, but I don't know who they played, honestly.
Brazil.
There we go.
Big is an expert when it comes to that. 1990. Was West Germany.
Like 2002, the first World Cup I remember. Was 8 years old.
Do you not remember Uruguay winning it in 1930? No, can't believe it. Can't believe it. King Queen for Emma, getting the cards at the minute and hitting the flops. Queen 9-2. Ball. He's got the guts of balls, so we might call this 500. Should do if he's defending the 10-8, but he sides against it.
Probably sizing there from Emma, 5 into 600. Pretty meaty sizing from Emma, so just lets it go with a dummy and gut up.
See, this is what I'm thinking. Like, everyone's like raving about values. It's like nice and living on the strip.
It's been a really quiet session, guys. We had the first part of the session where Emma won a decent pot against Tim in the 3-bet situation, both got top pair, but other than that, it's been not much going on at the table. Just a lot of small pot poker. Tim's flopped 3 sets, as you do.
Why did Holland become the Netherlands? Genuine question. Because it was Holland in 74 and it was Holland in 78. So why we changed Holland to the Netherlands? It's a genuine question, by the way. I don't know why Holland then became the Netherlands. Is Holland a region in the Netherlands? I'm not sure.
I was once told the Salford fan hire made midfield for Holland, and I believed them.
Okay, Holland is part of the country of the Netherlands, a region.
Ah, there you go. Holland is a region in the Netherlands. I don't really know that. I don't know. It was Holland. It was Holland when Johan Cruyff played for them. It's more correct. It's like calling the UK England. Bob says he doesn't know. It's all Dutch to him. That was a genuine question. I didn't know why Holland suddenly became the Netherlands. So there we go.
Apologies, it's my first time beating first time beating alcohol. I'm trying to help you in now. It's my first time beating.
What? I thought you said you had a 2.
No, me too.
Oh.
Paul remains fist pumping because he thinks he's won a small pot and just checks all the way down. And Emma scoops the pot. Paul remains fist pumping, thinking he's won a pot on the feature table. Oh, the main tourist part of the Netherlands is Holland. There you go, thank you very much.
be my big line, isn't it? 1 hour, it has to be my big line, isn't it?
Thanks, Bertler. Watching on YouTube. Holland is the eastern part of the Netherlands, in brackets, where Amsterdam is.
So what's happening?
1, 2, 3.
Ah, okay. He's already 200, yeah. Changing mic. That's good.
It's 10-3, 2 spades. Second pair for Shunt. Taking the lead.
Snap, you're going to go next year, isn't it? So expensive.
November. Oh, for WPT? No, we're going to book in November.
Turn card as we bet 500 in the call. Spade on the turn for the Jack Queen. The Queen of Spades now becomes active.
How many sets? How many fucking sets? You saw that set. Everyone saw that set. I didn't know. What did he have? Who did?
So 1 point to bet is called from Shunt. We have 2 pair on the turn. And stays in front.
Just continue checking it over to Kev. It's going to be an easy call with our 2 pair here on the river. 2.5k. Better Kev. Like Kev could potentially value bet worse here. My ace king, ace queen with a spade. These type of holdings. Just never folding 10-6 here. This is a snap for Shun, but it looks like he wants to think about it.
Yeah, no, I see what you're doing. Like way more of those than anything that and you would expect these things probably just bring anyway. Exactly.
Half hour's time. Going to head out on the first break of the day. There's a call from Shun.
10-6 Shunt. Nice one, nice one. Afternoon Logs, watching on YouTube. Did you get to go to the Open at St Andrews? What a final day that was. So a 15-minute break at 2:30 and then an hour break at 4:15 or 4:45 on the live stream. $93 in the mix for day 1B so far. There's to 400.
Oh, what a spot for Dennis.
Absolutely looks down at the boots.
Somewhere like 2.5k. We can go as large as that here. Gun +1, +2 flat, and we're in the small. I don't think we want to go no smaller than like 2.4. I think that's going to be the smallest here. 6x after an open and 2 calls. That looks meaty though, Tal. That looks too big. Yeah, this is way too large. The old 15x is just losing
Get rid
our
of everybody
customers. Yeah,
with the best hand.
like we do want to go larger out of the blinds, as I always say when we're free betting. We do want to size up, but that's a bit too extortionate there. 15x, just losing our customers. Want to get action with the aces. What are you thinking of WSOP main? What a result for Eames.
Yeah, fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah, I watched a fair bit of the FT. It's a good little watch. Nice to root for Suki and Eames. $10 million though, what a payday. What a payday. No, Jim, I never. I was speaking to at the bar last night. Just Andy Wilson, Bowie Effect, just running through some hands from Vegas with him.
Nice car, man. You got a nice car. I was gonna say, excuse me, sir. You got a lovely car. How are you doing?
Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
Bouse is in the field. Ben Maraged's in the field. I know that because they're on the next feature table. Andy Back, the Spand. Gav Manley, who cashed in 2019, is in the building. Richard Orton. Did he think he won Blackpool, didn't he? Last year, Richard Orton. When he chopped it 3 ways. Chris Brammer. No way! And a retirement for 1 day only. Chris Brammer's playing. His dad used to play as well. I think his dad online's like the woodcutter or something.
The woodcutter.
Gary Stevens Smith, can you buy him with euros? I doubt it very much. I don't think they do exchange rates in the casino. Somebody might buy the euros off you in British if you want to do that, but I don't think you can buy them with euros. You can buy them with your card. If you've got a debit card, you can use that.
Yep, 2 giveaways today, Declan. First one's going to be right off dinner break about 6 o'clock, and then the second one we'll either do penultimate or last session of the day. So 2 chances to win yourself £110 closure ticket. Tower's been up all night thinking of a question to make me look.
No.
I think you meant to make 600 last time, not 6,000. You grabbed the wrong ticket as well, mate. Right. 3,000.
We've got 4 bet here from Johnny, tiny 3 bet from Deniz, and this is just going to be hand over here. How many phones does Tower think Jay will lose this shit?
Well, there's, what, 5 months left of the year? Probably double figures.
It used to be cracked screens, didn't it, all the time? You used to have to get a new one all the time because the screens were always smashed, and Tower introduced me to phone cases a couple of years ago.
Ah, JJ, answering on Facebook. Grosvenor normally does exchange rates and guarantees it back the same day at the same rate. Nice touch. Or is that just the Vic? Because that's in London and it's obviously the capital. I don't know. I didn't know. I was just thinking that Euros would have not been a thing, but if it is, even better. So Gary, you might be in luck. Yeah, JJ, it wouldn't surprise me if it is just the Vic. When we go on the break in 20 minutes, if you're still around, Gary, and you want to know the answer, let's ask the question at the cashing desk.
Snap only mine. Snap. Straight. Pass. 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 Raise to 400. Pass. Cool.
King 4-2.
Bet 300.
About 300 and a call.
Nearly at the end of the first session, got 20 minutes to go, guys. Head out on a 15-minute break. And then next session, Jamie Nixon going to be doing 2 hours of comms.
Just over 15 minutes to go until the end of this sesh, and then new players coming in.
So 6-5 suited, Denez wants to get involved, so he's going to click it up to 200.
Raise to 800. Pass.
Then free betting the 6-7 of diamonds to 800. Action back on Denez here. Like this deep, if I'm opening this hand, I'm going to be happy to pill this one in particular. Although it is a 4x free bet from Tim and we are out of position, I may be less inclined to continue. But as I say, it's much better to pill like a 7-8 suited, like these suited connectors, middling suited connectors, to a free bet than it is like an ace-10 off, ace-jack off, king-jack off, king-10 off, these type of hands.
Ace-jack flop.
Yeah, with pots just Tim's always. Just small c-bet a lot of the time. He's going to do the trick, but he's going to check behind.
Check.
Now has to delay c-bet surely here, as Tim wants check 2 twice. Literally stone cold bottom of our range here. And there is the delayed c-bet. Works nicely.
Indeed it does. Afternoon, Harvey.
How you doing, Harvey? Great fold yesterday, mate. Really, really nice, nice fold with the tens. Yeah. Nice little hand to watch.
Yeah, 91 in so far. Afternoon, Gary. Milliotti watching on YouTube. How are you, Gary? What was the chip lead last night, Jay?
Chip leader last night was
220.
MB. Yep, 220k.
220,000. 24 making it through from the 90. Half a dozen players on 40 bigs or less. Hi Phil, watching on Facebook. Hope things are good.
Yep, Gaz is Teddy.
Pass.
How we doing, Maroon Poker? Good to be back. WSOP, loved it. Was a small, profitable trip in terms of poker. One small on the trip, which is good for the first time out there. Weren't the best trip in terms of other things. I had a bit of a nightmare. Ended up losing the mobile. Caused a lot of grief for myself, but loved the place and most certainly will be back.
Absolutely. Can't believe he's waited this long. Now you've been once.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's
That's 100.
Hey, and JB, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, JB.
Yeah, it's a slow start as it always is. The first session, not really been too much going on, but Tower's here to keep us entertained.
Andy Bridger with the lols. What phone have you got now? He hasn't.
Well, I got a new iPhone in America, but I lost it yesterday.
It was in the cab on the way back to the hotel, and lad sat on it and forgot it. I don't know, lad.
Yeah. 2 phones gone in a month.
Yeah. At least it wasn't the new SIM card.
Yeah.
So they can get all his facts and figures back. And hopefully everything's backed up somewhere in cyberspace. We'll just be talking about the Netherlands. Coke Crumiel. We've been talking about the Netherlands as why. The main question was why Holland went to the Netherlands as a football team, but we got the answer. Any Dutchies in? Not really.
Probably not. I'd say, Gaz, asking iPhones cheaper in America. I walked in the Apple store next day. I just go to the woman. I said what happened. I said, "I'd just give me the cheapest thing you got." So she come out, box phone, just under $600. I go, "I'd just give me the cheapest iPhone you got." She gave me like box and everything. Got like the card reader thing. Like it was like $580 something. I was like, "Oh, cheapest one you got."
Never should have gone down one of the side streets into Phones or Us or something like
probably
that.
should have. But the thing, I knew there was an Apple store in Caesars, so it's just across the road from there.
That's 200. Pass. Pass.
Imagine if he insured his phones on what his premiums would be every month. Oh dear.
They all watch but you don't tell them when you come to me.
So breaking just over 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then we'll be back with a new tale that will include Richard Orton, champion in Blackpool, Kieran Duffy, Chris Brammer, John Bousfield, and Ben Marigans.
Yeah, another one.
It's for Facebook. Tell your mates you're on the page.
Raised to 400.
Come on, guys, I'm going to do that.
Pass. Full 400.
Pass. Cool.
So that should get out the way here, but she is going to make the call versus the 4x, open out the small, the ace 3 off. I say can defend wider in the small blind when big and small are the same. She does want to come along and a defend from Dennis.
King 10-9.
Check. 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 Pass.
A guttable backdoor clubs for Kev. Ball with middle set. Dummy and gutter for Tim. So this might be it. Might just take it down here, Paul. Going for 3/4 sizing. Kev does have the gut shot on backdoor clubs. But Paul obviously betting into whole field once we go multi-way, 5-way there. Definitely a board that he can have lots of hands on as well. King 10-9, Queen Jack's going to pill button, King 10, King 9 suited, 9-10 suited. Kev happy to take one off here with his gutter ball and backdoor clubs.
9 hearts on the turn, pairs up.
So boat for Paul. And if I'm Paul here, I'm not going to get trappy. Once Kev calls here, he could definitely have a hand like Jack 9, Queen 9 suited. So I'm probably just want to go bet here. We can see it's just going to go fold. But even like hands like King Queen, King Jack are good checks on the flop, so we can definitely target these type of holdings as well. And just a quick fold from Kev as expected.
Red in GUKPT, £1,000 main event.
Yeah, it's usually dates onwards. Oh yeah,
See you in about half an hour then, Goom. Come and join in the fun. Late Reg Open all day long. Buying today till tomorrow for about 17 big blinds if you fancy it. Come and get involved if it's soft. Come and join in the fun.
Yeah, he is. I saw Bobby this morning.
Yeah, I saw Bobby. Bobby James. He's playing the main event. Another one that's slimmed down chunks.
Everyone is, Tower. Everyone. That just seems like everyone's losing weight.
No, thank you.
Brilliant, John. John Binns tuning in on Facebook.
Afternoon. Hope things are good. We're on a break in 6 minutes. And then a 15-minute break in a new table.
And a new commentator as well.
Right, Jamie Nixon's coming in for an hour.
Check. Check. Bet 400.
I'll go and hide in a corner. One thing I can't do. It's hiding corners.
Full 400.
So king on the river here, lovely card to see for the queen 10. Could definitely value bet this spot now as John. We can see it's not going to get paid off from 7 high, but I'd love to see John value bet here. Just almost always going to have the best hand. The 7-5. Ogden is just going to have to let this one go.
Steady opening session. Johnny Kelly winning the latest pots. Emma still on 31,000. Denise on 28. Johnny on 26. Tim goes stacked back up to 17. Does anybody know why the Walsall Nuts is the Walsall Nuts? It's probably just because one of the locals won with 6-3 and decided to call it the Walsall Nuts.
Callum, nice one to open. Ace-10 suited on the gun makes it 300. And Kev here with the king-queen off. Both options available here. Can definitely mix in a free bet with this one, even versus gun. But gonna call on this occasion. Dennis going to peel the a6 off on the button. Fairly loose, but wants to get involved. Sean got a nice one to peel in the small, and Tim's in as well with the suited one gapper in the big blind 5-way action.
Check, check, check.
9-5-3, 2-heart board here. So Sean flopping top pair with the Jack-9. Jumps out into the lead. Checks through, does 2 of spades on the turn. It's now double gut shot for Tim.
Bet 600.
And Sean firing for 600. And Sean's been fairly on the tight side, so with Tim being aware of that, he might choose to potentially start turning this hand into a bluff, but he's just going to call and take his equity to a river with position. If I knew the spot where we saw Sean check back ace-queen earlier and didn't squeeze it pre, makes me believe that he might be a bit on the tighter side and may be overfolding some spots. It looks like Denise is going to peel with his gut shot, maybe potential to rep hearts as well.
4 hearts. Here's the bottom end.
Yeah, Sean's got a clear check now, tower.
Yeah.
I'll stay clear check. He's going to lead into 2 opponents.
And we've both got it. Only thinking it's a shame it's a 4 of hearts, but
yeah, Tim has never folded
Tim's
versus
never
this side.
folded.
He's just thinking whether there's any merit in raising here. Can we ever get caught by the wheel? Like, does Sean ever have any ace-x here? That's what Tim's thinking about here. Whether to... Wow, he's just going to fold.
Moses.
Getting 3-1.
Then his doesn't fold.
1,200.
How are you doing, Imran? The reason the blinds have gone back down is because this is another day one.
Yeah, we have 3 day ones.
Yep, so if you're watching yesterday, we play 10 levels on Thursday. We then repeat the 10 levels on the Friday for another day one. And then when we get to tomorrow, Saturday, that's when all the players will combine in the field that have made it through. So it makes it 2.5, so it clicks it. And Sean now has to fold his top pair here. We just don't beat anything, especially against his size. I know we're getting nearly 6-1 in the call, but who's ever bluffing for a click sizing on this particular board here? Surely we don't have it. We're going to choose the larger sizing. It just looks like exactly what it is. 6 trying to eke out value. He's going to get called by top pair.
You get called with one pair on such a board like that. Wowzers. Called by one pair on that board.
It's madness. And I think we're going to have one more hand.
Valentino, can I get a shout out for Dan Knapp? Big fan of the string. Afternoon, Mr. Dan.
How you doing, Byron? Cheers, mate. Getting old, nearly 30. Nearly
What?
30. Getting
No
old.
way.
Well, 28, 2 more years.
28.
Yeah, we're gonna.
28. I thought 30 was how many phones you got.
I'm never going to hear the end of this. To be honest, I'm in Vegas. I was distraught, but the fact that I've only had this phone and nothing was on it, I'm not really that fussed. To be fair, it's all right. All right now. We'll get a new one. Maybe they should start doing like they do at Costa. Like once you buy 6 coffees, you get another one free. With, get a little
Get a stamp card.
Yeah, get a stamp card for phones.
Collect the phones.
So this is going to be the last hand of the session, guys.
This is the last hand, do we?
And then Jamie Nixon going to be coming in after the break, joining Tower and I for a chat, talk about some Vegas.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know how well it went or didn't. Yeah, standing up if you're not in the hand and off for the 15-minute break. So back at 2:45 with more of the same, different table. John Barsfield, Chris Brammer, Gavin Manley, who cashed in the last Reading GUKPT. Andy back to name but a few. Tim's going to see a flop. Everybody else who's not in the hand is leaving the room. Ace high flop, ace queen 7.
Yeah, so gonna put some chips in the middle here.
Yeah.
Let's actually check the.
Oh, Jack Queen for turn card for Tim Chung.
I don't mind the check with the ace 9 here at all. As as I say, we do need some checks with top pair in our range, and this isn't the worst candidate to potentially check. And he's actually double checked here. 3 of spades on the river.
Small bet and a call.
Big bet and a call.
Right, he's on 2.5. He's on double pot.
Yeah, 2x pot from Tim.
He's on double pot.
I'd be surprised if Nia's folded this. Once we check this hand twice, surely we have to call river, because from Tim's perspective here, I just think like if Tim didn't have it on this occasion, like Deniz here, he's just always capped at 1 pair at the very best. You expect 2 pair plus to start firing turn. So this size just puts all these hands in the cage. Is counting out chips.
I don't think you have an ace. It's true, he doesn't have an ace. You got that bit right.
I think he pays Tower. Once we check back twice.
If you have ace, you win in March. How much is it going to be?
2,500.
If you have ace,
2,500.
okay, I'm not going to raise you, right? You can be guaranteed sure for that. 24. I think you have it, man. You hit the flush anyway.
Afternoon, Neil. We're on a break after this hand. Back at 1:45. And he pays him off to show the Jack Queen. They did not have an ace. Denny's got that bit right. Called, got it wrong.
We'll see you in just over 10 minutes, guys. Back at 1:45.
Back at 1:45. Ta, silly. Here we go. This is what Joker's Wild is all about. This is the best Joker's Wild. This is the best tournament of the entire world. This is going to be absolutely so much fun. We are going to play music all evening, and unfortunately, I am going to be dressed like this for the rest of the night. There's not a lot. I didn't have any choice. That was it. Talent. You're going to be dressed like that. The man in the house, Mr. Dan Shorten. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start Joker's Wild. We've got plenty of prizes going on, but this, well, what can you say? Thanks for turning up. Let's crack on and let's play the Joker's Wild. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Are we ready? Dealers, get the decks ready. What a fantastic turnout for Joker's Wild. This is the Goliath and this is what it's all about. No one can't seem to get in your heart. Another day, another super trick from Mr. Sean Hayden. Good morning, you man.
How are we doing?
Wonderful.
I thought I'd do a quick trick with Brad.
Yeah, why not?
One of the regular players there. Now, Brad, before we start the trick, what I'm going to ask you to do is just touch the back of a card for me. Anyone? That one. And don't look at it, but just sit on it for me.
Sit on it.
Sit on it, yeah. It's very important you listen to the exact wording there.
Well, poor card.
Yeah. And now, Brad, all you should do is just cut some cards. Just cut some up. Perfect.
He doesn't want that card.
Oh, do you want... Where's this one going to go? Your left one hanging away. There or here?
Oh, there.
There, but definitely there. Because that's your decision, because that's going to affect the whole trick.
Yeah,
perfect.
Fine, yeah.
Now we're going to deal off 11 cards from the top. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Now we're going to shuffle these cards into a random order. Now, Joe, you're going to go first, okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to start dealing the cards down. Anytime you want to change the order, say change, and I'll change the cards that I'm mixing. Makes sense? You'll only right now till you say change.
Change.
Wow. We'll do it again. We'll do it 2 more times. Anytime you want, say change.
Change.
Wow.
Oh, the testing this morning.
Change.
Wow. So how you do it as well, just to make sure.
Ready.
Perfect.
Change.
Wow.
Change.
Ooh. Joe, I'll let you have one more time. Well, this is going to be completely random. You ready?
Change.
Whoa.
Change.
Oh, Christ almighty Christ! Oh, my word, right, perfect. There's no one to know where you're going to cut the cards. In fact, we could have had an extra on there that wasn't. There's no way I could possibly know the order of these cards now. Now, Brad, what I need to do is get out your phone.
Okay.
Because the reason I wanted 11 cards is because I wanted to generate a phone number, an 11-digit phone number, because that's what they are. So we've got 11 cards. Turn your phone open, go into the keypad where you dial phone numbers. Okay, and we're gonna see if we can phone a random person. So let's see. We'll go for a 0 with the Queen. So just type 0 into your phone, and then a 7, 5, 9, 0.
Is he doing it?
5, 2, 5, 9, 3. God knows who that's going to be.
Who's that going to ring?
Probably my nan.
It's probably your nan. How do you know I know your nan? Wow, perfect. Press the green button, let's see what happens. Let's hope we've got enough signal in here for this trick to work.
Whoa!
I tell you what, let's answer the phone, you talk to each other. Talk to each other.
Hello?
Say hi, Tyler, how are you doing?
Hi, Tyler, how you doing?
I'm
all right, Brad, how are you?
Ask him, what card am I sitting on?
What card am I sitting on?
Tell him the 4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs.
4 of clubs?
Look, take it out. 4 of clubs. Unbelievable.
One day, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go.
Sean Hayden.
How are we doing?
Come on, son, what we got today?
We're going to do a card trick. We're going to have some cards picked out of the pack, so if I can reach you, pick a card. So pick a card, we play fair, pick a card, pick a card. Da, 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 da. Pick a card, Tower, pick a card. Perfect. Pick a card, perfect, excellent. And you can pick a card as well. Pick a card, pick a card. Pick a card and pick a card for me. Excellent. Look at the cards, remember the cards. Don't let me see the cards. I'm going to put my head down and show the camera. Perfect. I'm looking. I'm going to take all the cards back. I'm going to teach you how lots of magicians cheat, because they don't really shuffle your cards into the pack. They just pretend to. What they do is they take them back like this. Thank you. They pretend to shuffle them, but they don't shuffle them. What they really do is this. They put a few cards on top. It looks like they shuffle them, but they just reverse the order. They mix your cards up to the top, one card at a time. They cheat, and I'm not going to do that today. We're going to spread out the rest of them. So you can see your cards. We're going to mix them in face up, just like this. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Not only that, we're going to stick them in randomly. This one like this. We're even going to square up the whole pack. Give them a little bit of a mix as well. This is the easy bit. The difficult bit is to try and find the cards. Card number 1, if we can figure it out. Here we go. If I am lucky. Well, one card just here, the 4 of hearts. Thank you very much. I don't even know. Yeah, serious. The next card, if I take half the cards and a third like this, we get the 10 of diamonds, just like this, Brad. That's the 10 and the 4. Yeah. I don't even know how it's done. If you keep your eye on the 10 and the 4, somebody call out stop for me. They go in here, pull out one card, sir. The next card, the ace of clubs, just like this. The next card, 1, 2, 3 cuts down. That's when we get the king of hearts. That'll be your card. If I cut the deck round about halfway, that's when we get the next one just there. That'll be 2 of space. But I don't even know what's happening here. The next one's already up here in my pocket. The queen of clubs. That'll be your card. Tower, I think your card next. If I cut them just round about here, we get the 3 of clubs. Yes, the next card's going to fly the pack, spin in the air. I'm going to catch it, if I am lucky, just around about here. When we get the 9 of diamonds.
No, it's
that's not your card. The 7 of diamonds. Check it out, watch. Oh! The 7 of diamonds, just like this. The next card's even easier, because I already put it down here in my pocket, the 6 of diamonds. And if I take the whole deck, Tower, press your finger on the top card. The deck disappears. With one card, the card that you picked, the 8 of clubs. And if you want to know where the rest of the cards go, have a look in your left pocket. No, I'm joking, I can't do that. Wow. Thank you very much. Good night.
Have you seen that hand, Tower?
No.
Oh, it's a sicko hand.
No, I didn't go home and rewatch everything Patrick Antonius has done on telly. Sorry about that.
Who would do that, Phil?
Who would do that, eh?
Katie, I was starstruck. Honestly, I was.
I would never have known. When you told me outside, I didn't believe you, to be honest.
Yeah, no, Katie was going, yeah, all right. And I went, no, Patrick Antonius is here. She was like, yeah.
He really was lacking sleep this way. I thought, oh, Jay has lost the plot.
You thought he was in the middle of the desert with no water, did you?
No, I just thought maybe there was like someone who looked like him. Do you know what I mean? And like Jay was like making out and just winding me up.
It was a real deal.
It was actually him, yeah.
And some joker interviewed him as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It must have been quite surreal for him as well, to be fair.
I think you have,
I
Phil.
thought he was tripping.
So we got
I probably
serious.
thought I've done some interviews in my time, but blimey.
Yeah, you got to be joking here.
It would have been good if he'd played. He didn't play, did he?
Wow, look at this for a hand. Flops the straight, flops the set, 2 overs and a flush draw for Keith. This is all going in. Why is Ian slow rolling here? What are we doing here? We flopped the straight out of the...
You can't fold.
What are we thinking about?
You can't fold.
What's she doing?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
No, this...
What is happening?
Do you think he may have misread? He may have misread his cards and thought he had a
No
pair and a straight draw or
way.
something. Like, that's the only reason
Wow.
I'm thinking about it.
This is a grim one for the 4s, because as soon as Ian starts tanking, the 4s know they got the best hand. Well, they think they got the best hand now. And
Halfway-ish, yeah. But which flag do you prefer? I don't have the last one.
He's gone looking for his phone, that Jay fella, so incoming Patrick oh no, Jamie Nixon!
Oh, sorry, that's a bit of a disappointment, isn't it?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I've got one of these, so I'm feeling good.
Text away, you can text away to, yeah, he's, whatever he's done, I don't know. So, the next session, Jamie's going to be with us for a couple of hours. Jay's going to come in halfway through. He's going to order a bite to eat and have half an hour.
Looks like a fun table.
I'll tell you what, we've even got out of retirement Mr. Chris Brammer, who I've not seen for 6-7 years.
Yeah. It's the draw of the GUKPT, isn't it?
It is, and I was speaking when Rick Trigg did London, because Jay was obviously in Vegas. He speaks to Chris a lot because of the sports betting.
Yeah.
And that's what he's turned to more than poker. But Chris Brammer is back.
Nice.
So in 1, Anthony Field, Kieran Duffy in 2, Rich Horton, winner in Blackpool, in 3. Andy Back is in seat number 4. Gav Manley, final table of this event, the last time we were in Reading. Chris Brammer, Bowsey, John Bousfield, Tom Bacon, and Ben Manigads. What a table.
Yeah, we're going to have some fireworks, I think. I mean, just looking at this, Queens and Kings already. Rich with Queens, Bousey with Kings. So we're going to kick this session off in style, I think.
1800. Fold.
Bousey coming in with a decent size 3-bet. 3x, and I like it. Did you say Rich won this event?
No, Blackpool.
Oh,
He
Blackpool.
chopped, nice. The 3-way chop, wasn't it? Him, Paul Jackson and Vinnie Musson.
Yeah.
In Blackpool.
Jim Marlowe says, Jamie looks like he's lost weight since Vegas, his pockets are looking a lot lighter. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Jim. You are correct.
Yeah, you do a lot of posting and not so much vlogging, but you keep people updated.
Yes.
Not the best trip, unfortunately.
No, but that's the nature of the World Series.
Yeah,
right?
it's same as what Jay was saying. So many good players and so many recognised UK-based good players just didn't have any luck.
That's it. I mean, the fields are so big. The variance is massive. Is Bousey putting this in here?
Is there a 5-bet coming in or is it in?
I think he's going to have to put it in. He's not going to do a Tim Chung, I don't think.
No.
Fold the Kings. I don't think there's any reason just to flat. Just get it in.
Interesting spot. Yeah, they're in. He's not folding. And now the Queens have a decision and might fold.
It is a tough spot. I mean, he's put a third of his stack in, but at this point, you're hoping to be up against Ace King and Ace King only.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's folding.
No, he's not folding the Queens.
Bousey's in great shape to get up over 40k.
Rich with the Queens is at risk. Bounce it with the Kings.
What a first hand tower.
Absolutely. Oh, it's like this for next session for you.
Oh. Glad we rigged the deck before we started, right?
Oh, well, there's always an ace on the flop when we're all in with Kings, but nobody's got one. Kings against Queens.
Clubs are working though.
They are. Not now.
Oh. Down to his 2 outs.
Any red queen would do it. And it isn't. Richard Horton hits the dust first hand of the session. Bouncy gets over 40,000. He'll be back.
Hopefully he's got some of that black ball money left.
Yes. Is Rich Kellett playing? Don't actually know.
I haven't seen him.
Not seen Rich Kellett last couple of events.
So you're open 23. Oh, that's a shot. raise 600.
Yeah, so we're not seeing Rich Kelly.
Fold.
There are plenty of players we haven't seen for a while, but are playing ready.
Yeah, that's something I noticed yesterday, that there was a few familiar faces in the field, but there was a load of new players that I haven't recognised from other places, so it's good that we come back to Reading. Get some people coming out of the woodwork. Going to go three ways here. Sixes, king, queen, jack, 8. Spand is still good with the sixes, but unsure whether he's going to come in for a c-bet. He is looking. He does love a c-bet, does Spand. So. Wouldn't be surprised to see Gavin call once here. Assess the turn. He's got 2 overs. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Just come in with it. Jacket just gets out of the way.
4 clubs on the turn, pairing up.
Interesting to see where the Spand goes again now. I think he probably will. Just knowing how Spand plays. Likes to apply a lot of pressure.
He said to me last night, I want to be on an FT with a stack so I don't have to tank forever. And make everybody have the decisions. I said, it'll come. You get in there on a regular basis.
He is.
Which he does do. Always gets a nice stack, does Spand.
He certainly does.
117 in the mix so far. 117. Prize pool currently standing at £190,000.
Very nice.
This is going in. You bagged up yesterday, well done. We look like this, you got your name on the list and everything.
And that is on one bullet, if anybody can believe it.
There you go, 68.2.
Because as Jim said, my pockets are a bit lighter, so I had to grind one bullet.
So, when you sat down yesterday on the feast table, was that your first hand of the tournament?
No, it wasn't. It was. I went on for the last 20 minutes of the day.
Oh, right, okay.
I was in from level 3.
Yeah.
And within 10 minutes I was down to 8k, which was fun. But managed to spin it up.
Yeah, good.
So,
awesome.
Pretty happy with that. It was there was a lot of new faces in the field, but there was some tough competition as well.
Yeah.
Andy Wilson was in. Bowie
Yeah,
Effect.
it is, yeah. The old Bowie Effect, not seeing him apart from it, talking online and chatting. So
Yeah.
Good to see him back.
He's a good guy. I spent a bit of time with him in Vegas. He did quite well out there.
Yeah.
And he got off the flight at Heathrow, got on the train and came straight here. So he was knackered yesterday.
They're like Ben Jones and...
They came together.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah, so I think... Did Ben make it through?
No.
Oh, he must have bust last level, right?
Yeah, yes he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so whether he gets a good day's sleep or a good night's sleep and then flicks it in again, you never know.
Interesting one here, blind v blind. Kieran's got queens. Spand is spiked as ace, which is something we seem to say quite often about Spand. He always hits his ace, doesn't he?
But is that where the term run like Spand comes
Yeah,
from?
it does, yeah. That's exactly where it comes from. This 5 might slow things down a little bit in terms of the queens might go for a check call rather than a bet. Spand can go either way here, I think. Doesn't really have too much to protect from because his flush draws are probably going to keep betting. So yeah, I like this. One of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to induce a bluff on the river, or he can bet himself on the river. I don't think there's much point in Kieran trying to bluff here, but it's whether he thinks he can get value from worse. So yeah, he's gone really small. I don't actually mind this. What he's doing here is he's targeting something like what happened pre he raised. So he's targeting something maybe like pocket 8s, something like that, just to try and get some value out of. Maybe something like 6.
Yeah, raised to 3k Spand, so that's
Yeah.
at the end of it.
Should be.
Don't like the full queens, but in this case, the correct thing to do.
The thing is, Kieran can level himself here. I don't know Kieran, I don't know how he plays, but a lot of the time, a lot of players will think here, oh, it's 4x on offer. Now, we know that not to be the case, and we know Spand can raise some hands that aren't straight for value, and obviously we've seen him do it here. But Kieran might be thinking, right, what 4x's has Span got? And then going through all that in his head. And he does get away from it, so didn't level himself there, so well done, Kieran.
Well done. Level 3 of the day, Jamie Nixon with us. You've got a promotion for Vegas.
I have. So
have you played any of it yourself? Can you win it?
I can't win it. I'll play it every week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't win it. So basically, what it is that I've always ran a home game on Grosvenor on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
£11 freeze out. That's what it always has been. What it always will be.
Yeah.
But over the course of the next few months, we're running a monthly league. So it runs on a monthly basis, calendar month. So at the moment we're in July, and there's only one week left of the home game in July. Where basically, if you play every single week, you get points for your finishing position.
Right. Okay.
And at the end of the month, if you're in the top 3 of the leaderboard, you qualify for a final. And in that final, which is going to happen in January, we're giving away 2 packages to Vegas, as well as a load of £225 tickets, which you can use to qualify for Vegas as well. So we're giving away 10 grand, 2 Vegas packages, loads of 225 tickets. So if you want to get yourself to Vegas on the cheap, which I wish I had done this year, then just play that every single Tuesday, 8 PM, £11 freeze out.
Finals in January.
Finals on the 8th of January, I believe.
What's the plan for when you win your Vegas package? Have you worked out the dates when you're going? Taking them over?
The dates aren't confirmed yet.
Well, saying that the World Series is not confirmed yet, is it?
Exactly.
The dates,
so we have to kind of wait to see
the
WSOP schedule.
Do they indicate when we don't need the schedule really, but do they indicate when the date's coming out?
Not normally. Normally they don't actually confirm the schedule to around December, January time.
Yeah.
But we probably kind of need the schedule to a certain extent because we need to know which tournament is going to be included.
You got to be thinking, obviously, the dates are going to be more or less the same as what they were this year.
Yeah.
Numbers have increased. The second biggest main events ever.
You'd assume so.
One of the day ones always seems to fall on Independence Day as well.
Yeah.
So if you work it all around that,
yeah,
you're looking at going to Vegas round about the same time.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah. Just as a quick side thing from that, we've got a big hand brewing here.
Yeah, we've got King of Diamonds, 7 of Diamonds, so top pair on the turn with a flush draw, and middle set on the flop for Tom.
Big river coming in here.
Boom. There it is.
This is brutal for Tom. I spoke to Tom quite a lot recently. He's a good player. He's been playing really well. It's interesting to see what happens here. Whether he goes bet fold. I think he is going to go bet fold.
Bet 5.
Yeah, when Kieran jams this river, I think Tom is probably going to get away from it. Because with 10s here, we have to think about what our opponent's bluffing. Is he going to bluff the bare ace of diamonds? Well, one of the hands which has the ace of diamonds in it is ace jack, which we lose to anyway.
Snap fold, look at that.
Yeah, so well played, Tom.
Well played. He knew exactly what he was doing if there was a race coming in. Well done, Mr. Tom Bacon. Very nice indeed.
So Kieran, flying up leaderboard, 47.2k. Great spot to be in this early stage.
Will you be at this thing?
I will.
Hey!
Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
The GUKPT main starts proceedings on Thursday, the 25th of August, £1,000 in. That'll be in the high stakes part of the auditorium. We've got the Women's Championships on the Friday. We'll be streaming Goliath at the start of Flight A on the Saturday, and then the Women's Championships, which will be down to a final by then. So it should just be the final for the women's on day 2, and then when that finishes we'll be back to Goliath for the remainder of Flight A. But choose wherever you want to play. I've just gone. We just had a bit of a sweepstake.
Yeah.
Simon came round. He's doing a sweepstake for numbers. What did you two go for?
1-1, 1-1-1.
You went to all the ones. The Nelson. 11.5. I went 11,202. He went 11,201.
Closest without going over.
I hope not. I have to be bang on. I don't know. 11, what are your thoughts in the chat? We've just gone 11,000 and a few more. What do you think?
Ricky Kebab's in the chat. Hi mate, how you doing? He had a very deep run in Edinburgh, didn't he?
He did,
Third
indeed.
place.
Yes, played well.
Yeah, he did. He's a good guy as well, despite being a Mackin. Good guy.
Jim Marlowe, 10,800. Maroon, 9,745. Shout out to Frankie the dog and Joe and Ned. Hope Frankie the dog kept it nice and cool in the hot weather.
Yeah, I came back from Vegas,
yeah,
where it was 44 degrees, got back here, it was, I was like, what's going on? It was 40, and it was much worse. Like,
Yeah,
it was so,
the
it was
humidity is
horrible.
ridiculous,
Oh,
isn't it?
God. Couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, the humidity is around about 90%, where in Vegas it's about 7.
Yeah. I'm glad it's not like that here. Oh, we've got another clash of hands here.
10s, aces, jack queen suited.
And if we know Ben Magaredzi, he's not folding 10s to a 3 bet.
You put in a 1k chip. Said 36, yeah? Yeah, so you put in a 1k chip, I need 2,600.
So Chris Brummer makes it 3.6.
Yeah, I got it.
Ben's got a decision here because it's quite a large chunk of a stack. 3.6k started this hand with about 12. Does just go for the call. Francis calls with the 3-4. He absolutely loves it.
He did say if I get if I get on the feature, there's going to be carnage.
Well,
he said that in the chat yesterday.
There's going to be some carnage. 'Cause he's not doing very well on this flop.
No.
This isn't actually a good flop for anyone because Ben can get away, Chris isn't going to get paid, and Francis, well, he's got 4 high. So I feel like this is just going to go c-bet from Chris, and the other two will fold.
Yeah.
Chris could check this sometimes, but he's not going to on this occasion. I suppose the board is semi-connected, so
4.1.
he is going to go for the bet.
4.1?
Yeah, Ben just has to fold, and Francis calls.
Oh, yeah. With a 3-4 off. Obviously, he's coming to 5 of clubs to game outs. Is that what
He's got runner 2 pair outs, I guess. Oh my god.
He's drawing thin. As in, he can't win. Well,
I'd love to see a check from Chris here. I mean, that's only because we can see the cards, but Chris is going to jam, Francis is going to have to fold. But I'd love to see Chris check, just to induce Francis, but I don't think that's going to happen. It probably shouldn't happen. Is he going to... He's asked for a count.
I love it.
He is beating 2-3. Well, he's chopping with 2-3.
He is. So Preston Pixie at the Goliath thinks there's going to be 100,078.
It's a big shout.
we need a 6-month tournament. I think there's an extra note in there somewhere. Gary? How are the wedding plans going?
Can't afford it anymore.
Well, so that's it, it's off.
Had to sell the engagement ring.
That's it, it's off. Ellie, living sin, it's all fine.
No, it's going pretty well, to be honest, Kev. Ellie's taking charge, obviously, because she's much better at that kind of thing than I am.
What's the plans? Dates?
The 19th of August next year.
You say halfway through Goliath.
No.
Just after you've won the trophy next year.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
You've obviously looked at Goliath dates for next year and thought, that's it.
Well,
Straight after.
what better honeymoon can you have, right?
That's it, a week in Coventry.
Yeah. Getting married on the pitch at the Rico. But no, it's going well, thanks Kev.
Lovely.
Very expensive.
You do realise 19th of August next year's first day of football season, don't you? Newcastle United will be playing Liverpool at home.
God's sake, I'm missing the
What
first
have
game.
you done, man?
I'm missing the first game of the season as well. I'm missing the bloody. We've got Forest at home first game of the season.
Well, Forest have just signed an absolute killer of a striker for 200 grand a week.
Yeah, I know. We turned Lingard down because of his wage demands. We've got all the Saudi money, so I don't know why they've done that.
It just makes you a little bit wary that it's only a 1 year deal. But if he gets Forest into the top 10, 9-1, top 10.
Forest?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, go bet that. Go bet.
Well, no, I don't see it.
I'll tell you what the worst bet is, ever, and you might as well stick your Vegas money in for next year.
What?
Newcastle to gain top 6 at 3-1 is an absolute lay. I hope you have a great season. I love watching Newcastle play, so fans. I love them.
I think top 10.
They're great.
Top 10 will
But
be
top 6. You can name 5 of them already.
Yeah, top 10 will be success. I think. Top 6 is kind of that.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
I know Eddie Howe had a fantastic end of season yesterday when they fixed him in last year. And I hope you have a great season, but I just can't see top 6 for money reasons only. To be fair,
we just haven't got the depth up top yet. If we sign another striker,
is he still playing for you? That Kraft fella.
Yeah.
He will every now and again just scores first goal for 150 to 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every now and again he'll just poke one in.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Actually, but last season every home game, I put on a fiver for Kraft to score first, and a fiver for Matt Target to score.
Right, okay.
My target was always 90 to 1.
Yeah.
And Kraft was always 120.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think top 6 is probably more like 4 to 1, 5 to 1.
Yeah. Well, it's 3s on Betfair. So. And Meringue says Spurs will finally win a trophy this year. 5-2 to win a trophy. They are.
Really?
They are 5-2 to win a trophy. Might even be 2s.
It's probably a late as well.
Yeah. I've laid it with Jay.
Have you?
Jay's a Tottenham fan.
Yeah.
But I think the odds are just really short.
LUFC to finish above Newcastle or U8? What, when Leeds finish 5th in the Championship and Newcastle finish 6th in the Premier League? Maybe, but...
No, yeah, last game of the season last year was amazing, wasn't it? When they survived.
Yeah.
I was in Turkey.
Where?
And I found this bar. It's called the Wembley Bar. It's amazingly in Turkey. They've got the Liverpool game on, the Man City game on, and the Leeds game on.
Oh wow!
It was just incredible. It was so much fun. It was so much. 5-2, Kev. You're right. It is. Have a check. Go on, odds checker. 5-2.
Banter aside, I can see Leeds going down this season. To be fair.
Yeah.
Now they've lost Phillips. Is an integral part of the team.
Yeah.
They've lost Rafinha as well, haven't they?
Yes, he's gone to Barcelona or something.
I think so. Yeah. And then there's talk about some other players going as well. So I think they need a lot of help.
Yeah. Lee Horton, question for Jamie. Playing no limit comps with buy-ins up to 10k live, what would he say your long-term ROI would be?
Impossible to say, to be honest. Because when you're playing these tournaments live, you're never going to get a big enough sample size to actually realise what your ROI is. So then it kind of comes down to a lot of guesswork, really, and how you feel like you're going to be up against the field. But I couldn't actually put a number on it, to be honest, Lee, because it's very hard to say. Each tournament is very individual, so your ROI in the World Series main event might be as high as 100%, but you're not going to play it often enough to get anywhere close to realising that.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where it's very, very hard to say, and whatever you say will be guesswork and people would argue it. So To answer your question, I can't really answer your question.
If you run like John Eames for tests at 7 days, then your ROI is going to be right nice.
Yeah, that would be decent.
Did you see anything to John?
No, I don't actually know John. I know 2 people that were on the final. Suki, obviously. I was really sad to see him bust with the aces. And I'm friends with Espen, who won it. So that was really nice to see Espen win. He's put a lot of work in over the last few years. He's from where he was before he came into poker. I mean, Espen used to be a really, really big guy. He was like a very, very large man. And he's lost loads of weight. Obviously, he's proper ripped now.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players in the world. So for him to actually realise that and take down the main event and be world champion, it was amazing to see. I'll show you a picture of Espen from before.
He did have a lot of love, didn't he?
There he is from before.
Wow.
He's done very well. Unbelievable.
Is that because he did literally sit in front of computers and play poker?
That was before he played poker. He was
right.
Into games and
right,
stuff like that, World of Warcraft and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, he's done very, very well. Very happy for him.
Yeah. Going back to Apocalypse, Everton are 92 to go down. If you want some value.
Oh yeah, they got smashed 4-0 off some MLS team, didn't they?
Yeah.
Joe Foley, Jamie, did I win a bounty on Tuesday night, knocking you out of the home game? Yes or yes? And neither is correct. You did not win the bounty.
Is there no bounty on that?
There's not a bounty on me anymore.
Right.
Gilly says, well done Jamie on day 2. Is your stack right on the leaderboard? Swear when you won that last pot about 2 or 3 hands to go, the graphic said 82k. Yeah, the graphic was incorrect. It did say 82k.
Didn't?
It did. No, the graphic on the stream. So
right, I see. Oh, right, got you.
Yeah, it said 82k.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's Simon's fault.
Yeah,
blame Simon.
It's always Simon's fault. But yeah, there was I had 68k in the end to go through.
Awesome.
I wouldn't blame Simon. I'd blame Frankie for counting the chips from.
That sounds even more plausible.
Declan says, when you're a showdown, do you masturbate at the table with the other player?
You fell for it again.
You what?
No, just don't read it out again.
Oh, okay. Oh, master.
Oh, what are you doing? Declan's the one that gets you all the time.
Declan.
Oh, man. What you like?
You got me.
He got him. Oh, dear me. He likes his fun and games on a Friday afternoon.
I'm impressed, Declan.
Dear.
Terry, how did the WSOP main go? Was it a good experience? It was a good experience while I was still in. But no, it's a great experience. The second time I've played it now.
Yeah.
Went in and I went into the day and I was like, right, it's a 2-hour clock. We've got a massive stack. Blinds are really slow.
Yeah.
Going to be a nice chilled out day. Within the first level I went from 60k to 80k. Level 2 I went down to 30k. Level 3 I was back to 70k.
Yeah.
Level 4 I was down to 10k. And then level 5 I was back to start stack. So yeah, I can't say I enjoyed it. It was stressful. But yeah, I mean it's the pinnacle, right? That's where you want to get to. So yeah, I would implore everyone at some point get it on your bucket list to go play the World Series, man.
Yes. Jason, he can't believe he's left it till he's nearly 30 to actually go to Vegas.
Was that his first time?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even realise. Saw him out there, but I didn't know it was his first time.
Just a quick update, if anybody does want value on Everton getting relegated, they're now 5-1.
5-1?
You can get 5-1 on Everton getting relegated. Thank me at Christmas, when the bottom of the league.
I'll put that on. Actually, probably will put that on.
Number of runners so far here in Reading for Day 1B, 129. Prize pool is one player short of £200,000.
Nice.
There's the turbo at 9
700
as well, and Day 2 buy-ins.
Decent. Francis in with the 4-5 off again.
Wow, his hands
Loving
improving.
it. They are. By day 3, you might be on like 9-10.
Ace, Queen, 5. Check. Jack of clubs on the turn.
It's interesting. 2 pair for Chris. Spand has a decent part of it. Francis has a big part of it by his standards. Bottom pair, it's huge. Francis gets out of the way. Decision for Spand now. It's 3k to call. He does have second pair. He does have the gutter to the straight as well. I think we might see him fold though, because even if the straight does come in, it's going to be hard to get paid from worse. If he hits his 2 pair, he's losing to a 4-card straight. So I like that fold from Spand. Well played. Interesting to know the odds on Lampard being the first Premier League manager to get a sack. I would not be surprised.
5 to 1. Lampard.
5 to 1.
Yeah. Lampard to get the first Premier League manager to get the sack. He's 5 to 1. There's always some random that gets booted that you don't think of if you lose your first 4 games.
It'd be like Hassan Hootle or something.
Who's he for?
Southampton.
Okay.
They got beat 8-0 at least once every season, don't they?
Fair enough.
Jesse Marsh is up there as well.
Who's he played for?
He's Leeds manager.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's the American guy.
Oh yeah, he speaks ever so well, and he says it how it is. I think he's great as an interviewee. To be interviewed, I think he's awesome. He just says it how it is. We're not very good. We'll just carry on plugging away. I love it. Oh, he's great.
What's going on with the graphics here? Let's get them back. There we go. Here's 7 King Jack. Okay, so Tom ahead at the moment with 7. Francis with a flush draw, 2 overs, and a good shot. Still got 40% on this turn. All interesting to see this river. 7 of clubs will be good for Tom. 6 of clubs.
6 of clubs. Brings the flush for Francis.
I think Tom's going to be able to get away from this now. Everything complete. Does he check? Oh, no, it's just... Yeah, Tom will get away.
Pot size.
Nicely done. Martin says we get beat 9-0 every season, actually. Apologies.
I think one surprising one for me could be Brendan Rodgers at Leicester.
What is it?
If they don't pull them 10s, if they don't pull any trees in the first half of the season, they could decide, because obviously winning it was just bizarre, and then they got into Europe and then struggled a bit last year, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be one of them to depart.
Yeah, Vardy's getting older as well.
Yeah.
Was Ten Hag really long odds there? Ten Hag was really long odds.
Was it? Well, it would be, because he hadn't started his job yet, has he?
Yeah, but if he has a really bad start.
What's happening with the comms? Apocalypse? We have a problem with the commentary sound.
Are we muted?
No, we're not. We're definitely not muted.
Jamie sounds okay. Oh, it's just you, so.
Top ball, we had an internet blackout yesterday while watching the stream, but I have a message from Twitch for username. That's because you actually guessed. You somehow, amazingly, got inside my head, and I had a brain freeze. And Tower thinks you miraculously got the correct answer.
Oh, really?
Not the closest. He got it right. Jay threw a question at me, and I've only got 15 seconds to answer. But I actually had a brain freeze, and I stopped thinking. My brain just stopped. How many players played the World Series of Poker bracelet events this year? So
individual or?
Yes, in total.
200,000.
Well, there you go. Well, you went 200,000. I went 475,000, which for some reason I thought there were a lot more. 15,000 entries, 10,500 events, and all that, and obviously 8.6 in the main. So I went nuttedly. I honestly couldn't think, and I didn't work out that it was 88 events.
Okay.
But I would, thinking about it, yeah, it does sound like we've got scratchings for it. It's a bit like crackling. We're just on the case right now, Penny. We're going to sort the mic. We're going to sort the mic out. We don't know what's gone wrong with it. But PK's on the case right now. I went 475. I went 475,000. Oh, did I go 700? I went 740.
Oh yeah.
But you've just gone 200.
I have no idea.
It was 88.
Oh, really?
How low is that? I was amazed when you said that.
88,000 individual players.
88,000, so it's
not counting. Right, okay. Yeah.
So, anyway, top ball got a message that he got it exactly right. 745,000. You got it spot on. So we need your new username so you can get a seat into the closer on Monday that you will be playing, and we're doing it another twice.
Congrats.
Today.
Nice.
So we are on the case, we're trying to sort the microphone out. There is a bit of crackling going on. PK's on the case right now.
Span's going to call one here. Kings v A7. Span flats A7 in the cutoff. Anthony miles ahead at the moment. This turn might help Span to get away though. I like Span's little picture next to his cards. Looks very happy.
Yes. Always smiling.
Yeah. I bet his face wasn't like that when he woke up this morning with a bit of a hangover, that's for sure.
You did get by though.
He had a lot of fun at the bar, shall we say.
That's probably a picture from last night.
So weirdly, when we're using when we're using the same microphone, I crackle and you don't.
Ah. Must be that clear Geordie accent.
From Leeds.
Yeah.
Paul's on the case. He does know. So yes, I went 745. So if you just reply to that message you got yesterday, Jay will sort it out for you, and we'll get you in the closer on Monday. So just let us know if the sound continues to be pretty poor. Hopefully not too bad.
We've got 3 pairs here.
3 pairs is always a good hand. Yeah, that's that.
9s, 4s, 10s. Obviously with the jacks, 7 of clubs in the small. Are we going to get set over set over set?
No, you.
What are the odds of that?
You don't want much, do you?
What are the odds?
Jay, well, weirdly, Jay'd tell you.
Close. Yeah, Jay would, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Close? Of which part is any of that close? 2, 3, queen, 2 hearts. None of it. So Bounce is given up already. Chris Brammer with the 10s. Right now, I just reading.
Just got the call from 4s, is that?
Yep.
Because he has the 4 of hearts as well, so there are some 10 cards which can improve his hand a lot. That is not one of them. The 9s is...
Oh, the 9s!
The 9s is fuming.